And we are live. Hello, hello, hello. It is so good to see all of you out there tonight. And I tell you what, this has been a week. It has been a busy week, but let's go ahead and jump into tonight's topic. On today's episode of Homemaking with Purpose, we're going to get into decluttering your closet for fall. I mean, after all, just like the colors change with the season, the leaves change, flowers change, that kind of thing. The colors of the clothing that we wear also change. And not only is it starting to get a bit cooler, we're moving into sweater weather, as they say, sweater weather. So we want to get our closets ready for that. So on tonight's episode of Homemaking with Purpose, we're going to get into some tips on decluttering your closet to get yourselves ready for fall. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. And tip number one is going to be do a seasonal swap. So, what do I mean by a seasonal swap? Well, what I mean by that is to store away, put away your summer duds, all those really bright or pastel accessories that you've been wearing for summer. Get those things put away, and you can use some of those blue vacuum seal kind of bags. You can use some of those airtight bags to get them put away to help to maximize space. Those vacuum sealed bags, you kind of suck all the air out and it squishes it down real flat, and then you get those things put away. And it just saves time. And we've got a couple people that are jumping on already. And one of those is Deb Whitmore. Hey, Deb, it's always good to have you here. She says she's happy to caught me live tonight. And you know, Wednesday nights at 7:45, I'm supposed to go live. And I'll tell you what, after having the summer off, it was like, okay, you got to be busy on Wednesday night again. So here we are. And our first tip for our tonight's discussion on decluttering our closet for fall or getting ready for weather is to do a seasonal swap. So let me just ask Deb, have you gotten around to doing a seasonal swap on your closet just yet? It's just really kind of started to get a little bit cooler in our area now. So I've turned my thoughts to that. So I'll probably swap my closet out tomorrow. But tell me what you're doing. And then we've also got Pamela Tuttle here, and she's saying good evening and a happy fall. And happy fall to all of y'all. And speaking of happy fall, y'all, we have a new fall apron, but I'm talking about that too soon. And so, Pamela, have you started turning your closet over for fall? And then Rosemary, who's um, here from Maine, she said her back is on the mend and thanks for all the well wishes. And I think, Rosemary, we talked to you last week or the last time we were on about some issues you were having with your back. So I'm glad to know it's on the mend. And how are you coming along with your homemaking? Are you getting that handsome hubby of yours and your family to chip in so that you don't feel so behind? Just let us know about that. And then, hey, love my babies forever. I believe that is Tammy is here with us as well. And then Rashab, how are you? Now, she says she likes to wash them before storage and then declutter before they go in. So, boom, let's give her that one tonight. So, get those things washed up and then declutter. So, the things that are going to go to the Goodwill, they're already clean and in good shape to go to the Goodwill. And then, or whatever your donation center is. And then the things that you're going to put away, you're putting them away nice and fresh. And who knows, maybe you could even put some kind of a scent booster in the bag or in the area that you store them in so that when you get them out next summer and spring, they smell nice and fresh. We've also got Duncan Party of Six with us. So hello. And I believe it's TJ at Duncan Party of Six. And then, she's and I believe it's Tammy at Love My Babies Forever that says, I just started mine last week. And Deb says she got out the flannel sheets and opened one tote to get the sweatshirts out. So that's one of the things that I mentioned, was to do that seasonal swap. So who else is doing that seasonal swap? And then Rashab says, my other person has an extensive closet. I have 2 dresses, but I work in layers. Okay, that's another thing that we have to think about too, is working in layers. Because I've been pulling on the sweaters, pulling on the sweatshirts, because it has gotten a little bit cooler. And I tell you what, I told my husband the other day, I said, honey, you got to turn the heat up. It's a little bit chilly in here. And whereas I did grab a sweater and a sweatshirt a couple different days, I'm thinking, okay, we just need to turn the heat up. So in addition to dressing in layers, we might need to bump the heat up just a little bit. But okay, that's what I thought. Tamara, and love my babies forever. That's it, Tamara. All right. So we're talking about decluttering, or getting your home ready for fall. And that, not your home, that was our last topic. We're talking about getting your closet ready for fall. And the first tip we gave was to do a seasonal swap on your clothing, which you'll be storing away those summer items and accessories, and then getting out the things that you're going to need now to get ready for the cooler weather. The other thing to think about too is the 1 in, 1 out rule. So for every new fall item that you add in, maybe you take one piece and declutter. That way you don't end up with an overabundance of things. So the 1 in, 1 out rule is always a way to keep your wardrobe under control. So if you can remove one item that you no longer wear, and then add in one item that you need. And then there are those who enjoy having a capsule wardrobe. Now, the capsule wardrobe for fall is something to think about. And with your capsule wardrobe, you have a limited number of items, but all the pieces work together and can be mixed and matched. And so you can just kind of switch them around and put them with different things. And so let's say you have maybe 3 tops and 2 or 3 bottoms, and then you've got all your little extra pieces in a variety of different colors and textures for fall. Then you don't need to have quite so many if everything can mix and match together. And then I already saw where Rashav said that she has 2 dresses, but she works in layers. So maybe with her dress, she might add, say, a sweater such as this, or she might add a wrap or something like that. And then Tamara says she's also layering right now. She can't give up her nice dresses and pumps for work, but she does need to layer. So yes, blazers or other jackets, nubby sweaters, or wraps that you can take in and still look professional in that business setting. And then Rosemary said, yes, her hubby chipped in. She's so thankful for his help. And she likes the idea of a scent booster added to the bin. Because then when you get them out, they're nice and fresh with whatever scent it is that you like. They don't smell stale. So that's always the thought. And then Tamara says she likes the 1 in, 1 out rule. And she says that she just may try that sometime, the 1 in, the 1 out rule. Okay, so then tip number 3, or rather tip number 4, because tip number 1 was a seasonal swap, tip number 2 was the 1 in, 1 out rule, and tip number 3 was to consider a capsule wardrobe. Well, tip number 4 is going to be to kind of donate. So we talked about the 1 in, 1 out, and then turning the closet over for the season. But you could also go through those clothes and then decide what clothing and accessories that, even though they're fall-like, you're no longer going to wear those items, and then put them in a box for the donation center, or you might decide to sell them. Let's say if you have a Poshmark closet or something like that, or take them to a consignment shop. So there's some options there. And then tip number 5, as you get your closet ready for fall, do that decluttering, is to make sure you have the proper things that you need to store them with. So for example, I like for all of my hangers to match. They could be those little store hangers that you get when you buy something, say at Macy's or somewhere, and you get those little black hangers, or those clear acrylic hangers, or maybe you went to the Dollar Tree and purchased a set of hangers that they all look alike. I don't care where you get them from. I just like the hangers to all look alike. I just think it makes the closet look a lot neater, a lot cleaner. Just gives it a more cleaner look. So I like to have all the hangers to look alike, and to have closets that are alike will make the closet look a little bit, to have hangers that look alike will make the closet look a bit more streamlined. The other thing to consider is shoe racks. If you're a shoe babe and you have lots and lots and lots of shoes, then you might want to get some racks that either hang on the back of the door. Maybe they're like shoe boxes, those clear shoe boxes that you can stack, but you can see what's in them. Or something that I got was like shoe cubbies. It was like it looks like a little shelf. It's about the size of a small bookshelf, but it's got about 30 different cubbies in it, and you can put a pair of shoes in each cubby. But it just helps me to keep those things organized. So that's just something to think about, is to putting the shoes either in a bag, on a rack, or in some cubbies. And then, of course, a lot of today's nice closets have drawers in the closets or nice little shelves. They just have more storage in the closets compared to some of the older homes. And so drawer organizers and things like that can help in the closet or in your drawers, that, let's say, your chest of drawer or your vanities and things like that. So making sure that you have the things you need to organize is quite helpful. So before I go any further, this is probably a good time to say welcome to Homemaking with Purpose. I am Denise Jordan, your host, and we try to bring to you the best information, ideas, and interviews on YouTube. And as always, I invite you to check us out at www.aprondiva.com. And I suppose I should try to bring that up. Let's see. But I invite you to check us out at aprondiva.com. And we are having our Apron Diva Big Deal days. So we encourage you to visit us there. So I'm going to share the screen, if I can remember how to do it. Because it's been a while since I've done that. Let's see. There we go. Share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. You guys know it's been a while. So here we go. So I invite you to check us out at aprondiva.com. Today is the last day for Apron Diva Big Deal Days, and we have quite a few things on sale. All of the items in this image are on sale. So our Stop and Smell of Coffee, our Trixie, which you can see hanging on the door back there for Halloween, as well as our Beatrice or Sweet Bee apron. And you know, any of these would be great gift ideas, but I really like to think about this one, this little bee, as a gift idea for a teacher that teaches arts and crafts, that teaches home ec, or any kind of elementary teacher, because it's got the nice pockets and that kind of thing, but also the sentiment to be kind. And with our Trixie, you can answer the door to the little kitties when they come trick-or-treating wearing this apron. And then, of course, this one is just to remind you to take a little time for yourself. Take some time to smell the coffee. We've got one bee bundle left, and one Beatrice bundle left, just one left now. And then here's some of the other things that we have. We've got some good Christmas aprons in. We've got only a couple of the Hanukkah ones left. And then you can kind of see what we've got going on sale right now. So do check us out. All right. So wanted to be sure you knew who I was, because I'm sure there's some people on that have not joined us before. And also, this is the last day for the Amazon Prime Big Deal Days. So if you have not checked it out, be sure to do that. And I do have a homemaker's gift guide that I put lots of goodies in there that would be perfect gifts for homemakers. And some of those things are also on sale. So you want to check those out. So tonight's the last night for the Amazon Prime Big Deal Days. So be sure to check those things out as well. Oh, how nice. So there's Lynn McLean just saying hello and she likes my videos. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Oh, and then Tamara is reminding everybody to give a thumbs up to the host. So please do that as well. All right. So backing up for a second, getting back on task, we were talking about the things that we need to do to declutter for fall. We talked about proper storage. Well, the next thing you want to consider is a seasonal evaluation, meaning that when taking out your fall clothing, you want to take a look at each of those items and inspect them for wear and tear. Are they useful? Are they still good? Can they go through another season? Or are you like, you know what? I've worn this for the past couple seasons. I even was able to wear it in the spring. I'm tired of it. It's got to go. So evaluate those things. Do they need buttons placed on them? Is there a little tear in the hem or something like that that you need to repair? This is the time to do that. The other tip that you could consider is to color coordinate your closet. So you can organize those things in your closet by color so they're a lot easier to find, and it just makes it easier to put together a stylish outfit when you organize your closet by color. So I'll put like all my black tops in one area and then my white tops in an area and then other colors in between, so that when I'm looking for something to go with these black jeans or these blue jeans or whatever, I can quickly pick something out. So think about arranging your things in your closet according to color. And then the next thing to consider when it comes to decluttering your closet for fall is to think about your accessories. I think so often we look at our closet, but sometimes we forget to look in that jewelry box. So we might want to do that. It's like, look at the necklaces, the bracelets, the earrings. And I know that's something that I need to do. I've got some really light pastel things that I had out for summer that I'm not wearing now. And to tell you the truth, I didn't even wear them this summer. I tend to wear the same 2 or 3 pair of earrings all the time. My white pearls, which I just realized I forgot to put on, my turquoise beads, and then some gold boyfriend hoops. I tend just to wear those three. And then I've got another little tiny pair of drop pearls that I wear. Those I can wear all year round. So those other things, I need to consider whether or not I even need to keep them. And I noticed that I haven't even been wearing my Pandora bracelet lately or anything like that. I don't know. I've just been getting very simplistic. So let me know what you guys are doing. Are you being simpler now with your jewelry, or were you simpler for the summer and now that fall's coming, you might layer up with your jewelry a little bit more? And then, of course, there's a different trend in necklaces and earrings and things like that. People are starting to layer necklaces a lot more and skipping the earrings, or little tiny earrings with, several rows of necklaces. So what are you guys doing in regards to that? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me in the comments section over here in the chat. I would certainly like to know. The other thing to think about is to evaluate your fall footwear. Now, I think fall footwear is just so nice because you've got all different kinds of things. So still sometimes in some areas, it's still warm enough that you can maybe get away with some open-toed shoes or sandals, but you're beginning to get those things put away, unless you're like in California or somewhere like that. But even so there, the little booties, the little half boots are so nice in the fall, as well as knee-length boots. And I'm not talking about cold weather boots. I'm talking about fashion boots. So you've got your half boots, your knee-length boots. You've got shoes with heels. And I mean just like maybe little 1-inch heels, like little flat heels, like the kind of heels you might see on an Oxford or a Florsham shoe. Those are so nice for fall. They're just comfortable. And then, of course, you've got your heels, like your 2, 3, and 4-inch heels that you wear for special occasions. Those are really nice as in regards to fall, too. So those are some things to think about. It's like checking out your fall footwear. And then if there's some things that, I'm just not going to wear those shoes this fall, you can either donate them if they're still in good condition, or if they're not, then you can just discard them. But certainly you can get into recycling and then of course shopping. And I don't know if some of the shoe stores and online shoe stores had big deal sales to take advantage of the big idea in regards to Amazon Prime's big deal days. So you might want to check some of those out tonight before midnight to see if they've got a sale going on, and there's some things on there that you just might want to pick up. And then the other thing to consider, which is tip number 10, is to spend some time planning some outfits for the season. Like create your own lookbook so that you kind of know what can look best. Even though all your things may work together, you'll know what you like putting together best. I like this sweater with this pair of jeans. For some reason, I like this sweater with my blue jeans and my long denim skirt. I've got a couple black sweaters and black graphic tees that I like with my black jeans and sometimes with my long black skirt. And then, of course, I've got my dresses that I've got to pull out. Then I've got a couple long sweaters with long sleeves that I layer those to kind of help me transition into fall. So as you think about the things that you're keeping, create a lookbook for yourself so that you kind of know, okay, this is what I want to wear together here. I want to wear this with this, and I want to wear with this. And you might even choose what footwear you want to wear with certain items. And then just kind of snap little pictures of the items. Lay them on the bed, lay them on the floor, but just kind of get them spread out like a flat lay. Take a picture of how you want to wear them. And then print the picture off, and then maybe have them in your closet or in a little notebook or something like that. But just create your own little lookbook. So let's see. Rosemary says she definitely needs to go through her jewelry. She loves wearing a scarf with dangly earrings. You know, Rosemary, scarves are something that I rarely wear. When I do, it's usually a scarf that I'm putting over my head because the weather is really bad and I have to try to cozy up. Or I like those big scarves you can wrap around your neck, around your body when the weather is cold. But fashion scarves, I don't particularly like, but I think they look so stylish on other women. And Jennifer Scott at the Daily Connoisseur has some really cute ones that she likes to wear. So yes, scarves is certainly something to consider, and you can layer with the scarves because it can help to warm you up as well. So what are other people doing? What do the rest of you guys like to do to help prepare yourself for sweater weather? And then, do you like turtleneck sweaters? Do you like those real big cow neck sweaters? Do you like just those big cuddle me up, thick knit sweaters? Tell me what kind of sweaters you like to do or you like to wear when it's sweater weather. Let me know. So yes, so Rosemary said she needs to go through her jewelry box. I need to go through mine. And then just for a quick recap of our tips, tip 1 was do a seasonal swap, meaning get those summer and spring clothes out and in with your fall and winter. And once I get my fall clothes out, I pretty much got my winter clothes out because I'm pretty much going to do that one time. And as it gets cooler, the things that I wear for fall, I'm also going to continue in to winter, unless some of them, the winter items might be a little bit heavier. Like I've recently purchased several sweatshirts to just kind of put on over my yoga clothes so that when I go out to the gym on Wednesdays and then I want to kind of warm up before and after, I've got these really long sweatshirts with, like oversized sleeves, and they're just so cuddly warm. I can throw those on and be modest, go to yoga class, take them off when I get into class, put them back on so that if I have to stop at the post office or somewhere like that, I'm modest in that regard. Tip number 2 was the 1 in, 1 out rule. Tip number 3 was to consider developing a capsule wardrobe. And that's always nice for fall. And then with that capsule wardrobe, create that lookbook. Tip number 4, donate or sell. Tip number 5, and I think that's an important one, is to have the proper storage items, meaning you're going to have the hangers you need, the shoe boxes or shoe racks, the drawer organizers, whatever, to keep those things situated. and then do seasonal evaluations. So, for example, we wear coats in the spring, in the winter, and in the fall. So, you want to check those coats out. Are you going to wear those coats again this fall and winter? Do they need to be repaired, or is it time to retire them? Think about that as you look at your seasonal evaluation. Do things need buttons on them? That kind of thing. Accessorize smartly, meaning to go through your accessories, your scarves and hats and drawers and things like that, so that you know what's what. And speaking of scarves and hats, we mentioned the scarves earlier, but you know what? When the weather gets really bad, you're going to need a hat. Now, in this area, we have those sock hats or wool hats or something like that, but sometimes the hats are more decorative. But hats or hoods or coats with hoods, and then you sometimes need a hat on to protect the head underneath the hood. So you might want to make sure you've got all those things out, you know where they are, and so that you're prepared for the season. And then check out your footwear, do an audit, get in some really cute half boots. I like half boots better than tall boots. And then, of course, some shoes that are kind of like floor shine shoes. And you know what? I like those Little House on the Prairie shoes. I don't have any, but you know, the kind that they maybe come up to the ankle and they kind of laced all the way up. They're just so cute, I think. So let's see what people are saying over here about what kind of sweaters they like. So Tamara says she loves all sweaters, big and fluffy, turtlenecks, etc. She just went through her jewelry bags and she now has them all color coordinated on a door organizer. Yes, now that's a great idea. A door organizer for your jewelry makes it a lot easier to coordinate those accessories with your outfits when you're getting ready for work in the morning. So I like that idea. Rosemary says cable knit sweaters and cardigans are a must have for her. I like the big fluffy sweaters. I like the cable knit sweaters. Um, Not so much V-necks anymore because I'm at a point now where I do get warm sometimes and I like to dress in layers. So if I've got on a shirt with a collar and then a V-neck sweater over that, sometimes that can be too hot. So I'm more likely to go with a crew neck sweater or a big fluffy sweater that just kind of comes up, not necessarily a turtleneck, but that's really full and, you know, like with a fat neck that comes all around. I'm more likely to do something like that. And then, of course, I've got a couple denim jackets that I like to throw on over shirts. Oh, Michelle. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. We're talking about getting our closets organized for fall and winter. Now, you're in one of those areas that's pretty warm almost all year round. It might get just a little bit cooler, but nothing like we get here in Indiana. So, how do you transition your closet for fall and winter, Michelle? Inquiring minds want to know. I think you're in Florida or California, one of those two warm weather states. So, how do you transition your closets and your clothing for fall? Let us know. So Michelle says light sweaters there in Florida. Yeah, we have heavier ones here in Indiana, but I could see light sweaters there in Florida. I remember when I was a kid and we used to watch American Bandstand on TV and the kids would be dancing and carrying on and there would be kids in sweaters and I could never figure out why they wearing a sweater. It's always warm out there. And it wasn't until I was a little older that I realized even though it's warm all the time, the temperature does drop a little bit and it does get a little cooler. Just not cool like we get here. And then Michelle says she usually goes through her closet twice a year. So that's good. Twice a year. I like that idea. Florida. I knew it was one of those warm states. So Michelle is in Florida. Let's see. Hey, Nita. It's good to have you here. I think I saw you on with Leona on Monday. And speaking of Leona, don't forget, Leona also has her holiday gift guide for the home cook, and she has some great ideas to share. So if you're looking for holiday purchases for a homemaker, for a family friend, for a relative, check out her holiday gift guide. I'll find the link to it and put it in the description box, as well as check out my holiday gift guide as well. We have different things in our gift guides. So Rashab says jackets with pockets for chapstick. Girl, I heard that. I am always got chapstick either in the purse, and then of course somewhere in the pocket. I try not to leave them in my pocket. I try to keep them in the purse because I do not want that going through the wash. So I was at the dentist the other day, and the one of the technicians had asked about how to get marker out of her kids' clothes. Because whenever I talk to young women, I always take that opportunity to find out, so what are your laundry struggles? And she said markers. She said her kids always come home with markers on their clothing. So I did do the video on how to get marker out of your kids' clothes. So if you missed that, it's in my shorts section, and I'll try to remember to link it here. But when I was telling Casey about that, she says, well, you got anything for how to get chapstick out? And I'm like, did you run chapstick through the wash? She said, yeah, it was in the pocket. And she didn't realize that it was in the pocket until it came out of the dryer. I said, well, if it's already been dried, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But yeah, make sure, Rashad, you keep that chapstick out of the pocket before it goes into the wash. Otherwise, you'll be singing a different story. So Michelle says she also has a couple of hoodies. Yeah, and I just got a couple new ones. And then Lynn says, hey, Lynn McLean, you're in Indy and you're cold. I'm in Fort Wayne. Hot dog, another Hoosier. How you doing? So yeah, it's cold. But it wasn't cold here today. It wasn't bad. Like when I went out, I did wear my new hoodie, my new long hoodie. I did wear that, but it was enough for today. Now I think there is supposed to be a frost tonight, so there's that to think about. And then Michelle says she likes the long sleeve shirts. Oh, she has the long sleeve shirts, but she rarely wears them. It's better to have short sleeves here and throw on a sweater if needed. And I like to find short sleeve shirts or 3/4 length shirts. I prefer 3/4 length like this. And then if I need to, I can pull it up like that. Long sleeves I will wear, but then I end up rolling up the sleeves because if I'm washing dishes or something, I don't want to get my cuffs wet. So I prefer 3/4 length. Now you're bragging. Michelle said it was 80 degrees there today. You're bragging. Okay. So we were talking about getting our closets ready for fall. I've given you guys several tips on how to do that. And also reminded everybody that tonight is the last night for Amazon Prime Big Deal Days. So be sure to check it out if you want to pick up something. And do we have any questions out there? Because I've given you guys all my tips, and I'm not, you know me, I don't like to keep you on just for the heck of it. It's like if we got something to talk about, we're on. Once we exhaust all the tips, then we're done. So do you guys have any questions? Oh my. So look at here. So Michelle says it gets down in the 60s come Sunday, but only in the mornings and the evenings. So my husband hasn't been able to go fishing yet. And he says this week's a wash because it's going to be cool all week and really windy. And so they don't like to get out on the lake when it gets too windy, because then the water gets pretty choppy. So we've had some rain. So he's hoping for next week that they can maybe get another couple of days in of fishing. But Deb Whitmore said it was 33 where she is this morning. Deb, where are you? But 33, wow, it wasn't that chilly here. I think we were like in the 50s, but it was pretty windy. So that was part of what our issue was. So where are you, Deb? If you're at 33, where are you? Okay. Wisconsin. Okay, so Deb's in Wisconsin, and so it's 33 in the morning. All right, any questions, guys? Any questions or other comments about getting your closet ready for fall? I know this was a short topic, but as we move through, we're kind of gradually. I wanted to show you guys this. So this is the book that Leona had in her Amazon store, Small Batch Preserving, and I picked it up from her. I bought it This book is so good because I've been making a lot of things, and even today I made some autumn jam, and it has pears, plums, and apples in it because pears, plums, and apples are in season right now. That jam is so good. I think it's the best that I've made yet. It was absolutely positively delicious. Who knew the combination of pears, plums, and apples could be so good? I mean, just really, really good. So how many of you are doing any canning right now? Are you still in the middle of that, or are you about done? I told my husband I wanted to go out and pick all the green tomatoes off of the vines and then put them in a box or a bag and then let them ripen, because it's not going to get warm enough that they're going to ripen outside. But what I did not know is that when they ship tomatoes from warmer states up here, that they buy them green and they ship them, and as they get this way they ripen on the way here. I didn't know that. I thought they like picked them red and then send them to Kroger here red, but no, they're not. And then Covington Creek at home. Hey, how you doing? Glad to have you jump on and join us tonight. We were talking about tips for getting your closet ready for fall, decluttering your closet. And tip number 1 was doing a seasonal swap. Tip number 2 was the 1 in, 1 out rule. Tip number 3 was to create a capsule wardrobe. Number 4 was to go through your items and then choose the ones you're going to donate or sell. Number 5 was to have the proper storage items, hangers, boxes, drawer organizers to get that closet together. Tip number 6 was to do a seasonal evaluation. 7 was to accessorize smartly. And Tamara talked about how she's got a nice door rack or door organizer that she's got all her necklaces and jewelry on, so that when she's getting ready for work in the morning, she can look there and see what's going to be the perfect accessory for her outfit of the day. Footwear audit. And then also plan your outfits, because I mentioned doing a lookbook with whatever you come up with your capsule wardrobe. So consider doing those things. So, all right, ladies and gents, if we've got any gents on here, it has been nice having you on with us. I just want to remind you guys once more that tonight is the last night for Apron Divas Big Deal Days. So we've got lots of things on sale, so be sure to check us out there. If you've had your eye on a particular item, now is the time to check that out. And then also to consider checking out the Homemaker's gift guide that I've got in my Amazon store. I don't know if I can get that up here or not. Now, let me think about that. Can I get that up here? It might take me a while to figure out how to get it up here, so probably not. But be sure and check that out. I'll put the link in the description box. And if you guys don't have any questions, I think we're going to go. So I will see you guys next time. So for those of you that are on the replay, please leave me a comment and let me know what you're doing to prepare your closet for fall. And also let me invite you to sign up for my newsletter, Homemaking with Purpose. This next edition is due to come out probably within a couple of weeks. And then if you hate to do laundry or need to know some more tips and tricks on how to do laundry, sign up for my laundry masterclass so that you'll be the first to know when that comes out. So just get on the list, sign up for my free laundry masterclass. And as I said, if you're beginning to think about holiday shopping, check out our Homemaker's Holiday Gift Guide. And then I see Florence from Equip Institute. Hey, Florence, it's good to have you join us. We are just about to wrap that up. So thank you for that. And then Lynn, you are quite welcome. And then, Covington Creek, I forgot what you said your name was, but you said you found a tie holder at a thrift store that has 12 rings in a design, and you put your dressy scarves on it. How nice. That makes it easy to hold it up to check it out for your next outfit. So I like that idea as well. So, all right, ladies and gents, I'll see you next time. Bye.